Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn and Evie. Welcome back to our channel and welcome to another new month, which means we're going to be doing a new month, new leaf, Pot of Fame, April edition. Evie, are you excited to talk about all the new leaves that has been popping up in our plant collection? Or are you just more interested in finding the place where you're going to sunbathe? Alright, I'm gonna let you go and mommy's gonna talk about plants. So as you can see in this background, I am here in front of my jade tree, and I thought it'd be appropriate, since my patio is shaded and my jade has a lot of new leaves, why not go ahead and bring the video with the jade in the background. Let me know if you guys like this look with the beautiful jade tree in the back. It is a beautiful sunny day, and I thought it'd be appropriate to go ahead and talk about 10 plants that are currently giving me new leaves for the month of April. And if you guys watch these series, I do have lots of plants that are currently giving me new leaves, but these videos get really lengthy and I don't want to drag it out too long, so I'm just narrowing it down to 10 of my plant babies. And I hope you guys enjoy this series. Let me know down in the comments below if you do. Thumbs up the video, and let's go ahead and talk about all of my beautiful babies for the month of April. So I'm going to talk about my beautiful prayer plant. Just misted all of my plant babies, and this is also a pretty new plant baby in my collection. As you can see, there is tons of new growth here, and if you look throughout, there's tons of new growth popping up here and here. The prayer plant is very low maintenance, and the fun thing about this plant is that it rises up and down with the sun, just like the oxalis, so it's a very active plant. I love the pink and green foliages, and anything with pink I really tend to gravitate to. I've been wanting to get the prayer plant for quite a while now, guys, but I waited till it got on sale and I went ahead and picked it up. This is a very common houseplant that you do see in a lot of grocery stores in Las Vegas. Not so much here in Los Angeles, but I did score this at a plant nursery in Las Vegas for, I want to say, around $4 on sale. If you guys watch the recent Come With Me video on my channel where my grandma and I went plant shopping the last 2 trips ago in Las Vegas, I picked this up. It is hanging in my patio. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this particular plant for giving me a bunch of new leaves. Let me know down in the comments below if you have a prayer plant. As you can see, there is lots of new growth here. From my point of view, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to say 8. 8 new plant babies popping up in this plant. So as you can see, it's a very giving plant and it works really well in my space. Again, this plant likes partial sun, so if it's in a shaded patio like mine, it'll do well, but no direct sun. Indirect light works best for this particular plant. During the day, I'm at work, so I don't really get to see the activity of the plant rising up and down with the sunshine, but I am absolutely in love with this plant and really happy to have this one in my collection. Here is the top point of view, and it's just living in its nursery planted for now. I will definitely get planters for all of my plant collection hanging outside on my patio, but for now it's living in its nursery planter. But stay tuned, guys, I will be switching up all of the nursery planters for all of my hanging plant babies now that I have a cool setup in my patio, and hopefully it'll work out with all of the plants that currently are hanging. But this is going to be one of the plants that I wanted to highlight in today's video. Let's talk about another house plant. So here is another beautiful hanging trailing plant. Now I think this is the biggest house plant with trails and variegation in my collection. This is my new and beautiful Pothos and Joy. Take a look at this, guys. It's like really big. And the cool thing is that I got this for under $9, which is such a steal. The variegation of this is very pretty. I actually had a smaller baby, which I got in Las Vegas, but I got this one at the nursery in West Hollywood, which I absolutely think is such an amazing deal and just such a stunner. If you take a look here, here, and here, there's tons of new growth throughout. So I am pretty excited with the growth that just popped up. That is all new, along with a little bit of here. But this plant is a very giving plant. I think in the near future, guys, I'm gonna do a propagation video where I go ahead and look at my collection, and for anything that's trailing, I'm gonna go ahead and cut them, propagate them, and do propagation videos. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are interested in seeing that. I think I will hopefully do that in the near future, but for now, I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys the new growth here. Pothos are very easy growers here. As you can see here, this one is starting to unfurl as well, and I am absolutely in love with this plant. This one is also living in my patio, hanging with the rest of my hanging plants, and it's still living in its planter from the nursery, but I'll probably end up switching it out once I order me new plastic hanging planters for all of my plants so that they can all match. And that is going to highlight my beautiful Pothos and Joy in all of its variegation glory. Take a look at this. Such a stunning plant. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have a Pothos and Joy, and how big is your Pothos and Joy, and do you see a very high turnover in leaves, or do you see a lot of turnover on new growth? Let me know. Do you have a very giving plant, and how often do you see the leaves turn over? This hasn't turned over a lot of leaves, thankfully, but even when I dig deep in the plant, like say for instance right here, I see a lot of new growth here. So I'm very interested to see what this plant is going to look like in a month, because this is such a fast grower. So I highly recommend anybody who's looking for an easy plant to try a Pothos and Joy if you can get your hands on one. Okay guys, whew. This is such a heavy plant. This is my beautiful spider plant, my newest one in my collection, and I am really stoked about this one. I got this one also from the West Hollywood nursery, and since it's been in my collection, there is tons of new growth here. Take a look at the blooms here. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? There's actually 4 blooms. Here's another one, and then if you turn the planter around here, there's another bloom here, as well as the latest one that is about to extend its little legs out right here. So this is a very giving plant. You watch my previous spider plant propagation meet my plants episode with my other mother plant, which is another variation of a spider plant, but I absolutely love this. I seen a really big one at the Pasadena nursery in their greenhouse, and I died. It was so stunning. I can't wait to see this thing give me lots of new babies. So definitely stay tuned for an updated video with my spider plant here, because I don't see no trailing babies, but soon we'll see them, and I will definitely keep you guys posted. Let me know down in the comments below if you have a spider plant, and how big is it, and do you have it in a pot like this, or do you have it in a hanging planter? Now if I can remember, this one came in a hanging planter, and I took it out and I put it in a pot, and that's fine. You know, I'm fine with switching it up from putting a hanging plant in a planter like this without a hook on it, if it works out aesthetically. And I think my other spider plant is also in a blue, cobalt blue planter like this. It has the drainage tray, and I believe I got this from Star Nursery in Las Vegas for $5 on sale, which I think is a really good deal. Let me know, what do you think about my beautiful spider plant? Okay, here is another baby of mine that's been in my collection for over a year. This is my Arrowhead. I have several of them, and they all thinned out since its original purchase, and it's slowly growing back. So as you can see here, I want to go ahead and highlight this leaf here that is slowly unfurling. It is so cute. And this does have a tinge of pink on its leaf, which I think is absolutely adorable, and I see a lot of pink splashes on this unfurling leaf too. Let me know down in the comments below if you do also have arrowheads and seem to have trouble with them. For me in California, it just doesn't really like living in my collection. It's very finicky, but not as finicky as my caladiums, which all have died in my plant collection. All of my arrowheads currently live on my coffee table in my patio, so they do get a shaded patio with direct and indirect light, so the sun moves, guys, like really quickly in my patio. So I'm just gonna leave it in this planter and in its location until further notice. But for now, with the new unfurling leaf, I think it's happy in a terracotta planter, so it's breathable, and I absolutely love seeing the pink splashes coming through on that new baby leaf. So I wanted to go ahead and highlight my Arrowhead for giving me a new leaf for the month of April's Pot of Fame. Okay, so here is another cutting. I believe this might be from a cutting that my friend Tanya gave me, or this could actually be from my mom. I'm not sure, but I want to say that this is a cutting from my friend Tanya. This is what happens when you have so many plants. But guys, do you see this cute baby succulent popping through? I wanted to definitely go ahead and catch this on camera before it gets any bigger. I think it's so cute. And then if you look really good, I don't know if the camera can catch it, but on the bottom here, there's also a little baby leaf popping through. So that makes me happy. As you can see, it's been facing this way towards the sun. So I'm definitely gonna face it this way so it can go ahead and fix itself. So I definitely will put this part in the back part of my shelfie and this side facing the sun. Do you guys have this succulent? There's tons of pinks on the edges here. I think Jenny got this one. I also have this plant in another planter, so I have dupes of them, as well as in Las Vegas. So a very easy grower, but you have to be very careful when you repot them because they're very fragile with their foliages, but I think they're absolutely beautiful and such an easy grower. So I want to give this cute little growth a shout out for the month of April. So this is the next plant baby that I want to go ahead and highlight. There's no new foliages, but definitely new blooms. This is my golden pincushion, which I shared in a recent Planting with Jewelyn episode. And I got this from Star Nursery in Las Vegas. The planter I believe I got maybe from Marshall's in Las Vegas, I'm not too sure. This was living in my bathroom by my sink area for a good minute, and now it lives outside on my plant shelfie. What do you guys think about this? And is your cactus collection giving blooms at this time of year for you? I know a bunch of them in my collection are, so I wanted to go ahead and highlight this one, and I can't wait to see all of its blooms open up on me. I think it's absolutely adorable. Okay, moving along to this interesting, strange, one of a kind. I want to say this is a cactus. Could be a succulent. I think if a cactus and a succulent had a baby, it would look like this. Let me know down in the comments below, guys, what variation is this. I don't remember, and I've had this in my collection for over a year. I believe I got this one from Star Nursery in Las Vegas for over a year now. And as you can see, look at all that little growth on the top. So it's all new growth and pretty much an easy grower. This lives on my patio shelf with the rest of my small plant babies, and I have it in an IKEA planter. And I water very sparingly with this, maybe once every 7 to 8 days, and then I do a misting once or twice a week on this guy, and so far so good. But yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments below what variation is this. I could probably figure it out if I gave myself some time. But I've been up since 4:30 in the morning, guys, for work, and this is my third video that I'm filming this afternoon. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys know this variation, and that'll be super awesome. And I know I say that a lot. If you guys know the variation, let me know. And I always get amazing comments down below. You guys are awesome. So thank you for definitely putting in all of your plant thoughts in my comments. So this is a really rad guy, and I think it has maybe grown 25% of this in the last year, so kind of a slow grower, but definitely tons of new growth. Okay, here is another succulent. If you guys can let me know the variation of this, probably can find it if I give myself some time. But this lives on my plant shelfie with the rest of my plant babies in a thrifted baby blue planter. Now, if you can see this top point of view, there's tons of new growth. I have another one living in my owl planter. I wanted to go ahead and highlight this one because of all these new baby growth popping through, and I think this is absolutely cute. It has grown into such a cute plant. It wasn't this big, guys. It was more on the smaller side, and it has given me tons of new growth. But I wanted to go ahead and highlight this one because of this cute little growth. Let me know if you guys have this succulent in your collection. This is very trendy in California, and it almost has like a sea vibe to it, like something that you would see in the ocean, like seaweed. I think it's absolutely cute with its characteristics, and I'm kind of interested to see how big this gets. It kind of gives me like a jade vibe for some reason, like they could be cousins. And I see a lot of hues of red on the end, so maybe if I leave it out in the sun for a little bit, it'll start changing colors. but I definitely don't want to burn my succulents. And with my patio space, the shade comes and goes with the sun, so for the most part it doesn't get a lot of direct sun, so it's doing good in my collection. Okay, here is my golden pothos that is vining up on a stake here, and I got this over a year ago. I really don't talk about this one, and I don't know why, but it was growing up my shelf in its original location on my patio, but since we moved my shelf, it's not growing up on the shelf anymore. I think I'm gonna fix it because I like seeing it vine up there, but for now it's on a stake, and I have 2 mini ones here helping them up. I don't know, I would love to have this climbing on my wall, but there is no sunlight in my home. But I wanted to go ahead and highlight all of its new growth. As you can see here, there's new growth here and all on the bottom here. Now, pothos are very easy growers, so I am interested to see what it's gonna look like in a little bit. This is all new growth. When I originally bought it in Las Vegas over a year ago, it was only about this tall, guys, and I think you probably see it in one of my videos in Las Vegas a year ago, and since then it has doubled in size, so definitely an easy grower. As you can see, there's a lot of roots here. If I really wanted to, I could go ahead, cut it here and propagate it, and this would easily grow into a new plant. But I want to see its trails, and I'm really happy to see the new growth here all on the bottom with these baby leaves unfurling, and I'm gonna give it some time, kind of figure out where it is in the next few months and see what I want to do. But for now, it's living in a planter that I got from Las Vegas, and it's been living in this planter now for a year, and I just love seeing all of the new growth. Let me know, how do you guys style your golden pothos if it's vining up on a stake? I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with mine, but for now it's looking a little crazy like this, but living next to my plant shelf in my patio, and I'll leave it like that for now. But until then, it's just kind of hanging out like this, and I'm going to see what it looks like in a couple months. Pothos, obviously, as you can tell, I got my Pothos and Joy that I'm sharing in this video, as well as this guy. So pothos is very easy growers. This is going to be the last plant in April's Pot of Fame. This is my Brazilian Philodendron, which is also fairly new in my collection, and it's currently living in a cobalt blue planter. I think I love trailing variegated leaves in a cobalt blue solid planter. I see a trend in myself. I wanted to go ahead and highlight some new unfurling leaves here. As you can see here, I see a little baby leaf unfurling as well as here, and there is tons of new growth when I peek through in here. As you can see, there's a big one right here unfurling. This makes me really happy. This is all new growth. It wasn't like this when I brought it home from Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, and I am absolutely in love with this plant. I've been wanting one for a while now, and I held off for a year, and I got this one on sale for under $4, which I think is an amazing deal. I absolutely love this philodendron, and again, I'll go ahead and do collection videos in the near future highlighting all of my plant babies. And I do have a big philodendron collection, so I'm interested to see them all grouped up together. But let me know if you guys have a Brazilian philodendron. How big is it? How much have you paid for it? Because I know when I do my come with me videos, you guys always tell me in the comments below the different prices you guys pay for the same plant, whether it is bigger or smaller. And I like to know in the comments below if you guys have plants like this and how much did you pay for it. I'm always interested because every city is different. And you know, for me, this is a very common plant in Las Vegas, but I really don't see it that much in Los Angeles, so that's kind of interesting. Not every plant nursery has the Brazilian philodendron, so if you do see it, I say pick it up because it's an easy grower and so stunning. I mean, take a look at this foliages right here. It's just so pretty. So that is going to wrap up the month of April Pot of Fame. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the Jade Tree hanging out with us in the background. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Santa Monica. I've been up since 4:30, so I'm going to take a power nap and do my second workout for the day. But I'm glad I was able to film this for you guys. If you enjoy my Pot of Fame monthly series, let me know down in the comments below. I think it's super cool to be able to highlight a bunch of my plant babies giving me new leaves every month, and that kind of motivates me because I know I'm doing something right if they're growing on me. That is going to wrap up this video. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel. You can find more on my blog at ilovejewelyn.blogspot.com. Aloha! Bye!